Hi everyone, and welcome back to the sixth Flosstube video I'm making. It's been a while, I think about 3 or 4 weeks, because I've been super busy. I'm in the process of moving to another country, which sounds more cumbersome than it actually is. I'm just moving one country over, but it requires quite some stuff to arrange, and this also means I haven't been home for very much time because I'm spending most of my time in the new country I'm going to live in. I'm going to move to Germany. So I have only been working on 3 projects, and only 2 of which I have with me right now. The third project is something I left at home this time. I am going to shortly talk about it because I'm very happy about this project, and perhaps I can insert a picture if that works, but I'm talking about the red barn. And if you've seen Flosstube video 1 through 5, then you know which project I'm talking about. It's a project I started, I don't know, very early on when I just started cross stitching, but then at some point decided that I wanted to gift this to my grandmother, and her birthday was the 28th of December, and I tried really hard to get it finished by that time, but on the day of her birthday it actually was only about 75% finished. And then I got kind of sick of it for a couple weeks, so I didn't really work on it, but then decided that I wasn't gonna leave it hanging around for another 6-7 months for it to be finished. So I pulled through and I actually finished the red barn. So I called my grandmother up, sent her a picture, and yeah, she's very happy with the end result. I'm also really happy with the end result. At some point I was getting so annoyed of all the grains, and I don't think I can ever see another grain again. But the end result is really amazing, and the project actually really grew on me. So I'm not sad to part with it, but I'm happy the way it looked. Yeah, it turned out. So I'm very excited to see it hanging in my grandmother's living room, because she is gonna hang it up there. So I have a picture. Perhaps I can insert it here somewhere. Yes, then I have another finish, 2 finishes in January, which I'm very excited for. This is a smaller thing. I wanted to do something smaller after I finished with the red barn, and I continued with this Santa, which I had already started late 2015. And Mill Hill kits are small and they look simple, but they take a deceivingly long time to do. But I managed to finish this in about 2-3 days because I just worked a lot on it. I have never done beading up until this point, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. And oh, look, on the screen I can also much better see the color difference between the gray and the white, because this was also pain to figure this out when I was doing them, because the white and the gray is so similar in color. But on the screen I can see this very well. So, and it was fun to make the mustache and the beard, and the beading just was fun in general. So the only thing I now need to do is cut it out, and then I'm gonna make it into a Christmas ornament. But I think I'm gonna wait to cut it out until I get back home, because I think my mom might have some fabric which I can put on the back and then make an ornament out of it. So yes, very happy with this ornament. And I also have the other 2, Greenland Santa and Lapland Santa, and one of these is probably going to be my next Mill Hill start. Very excited. So 2 finishes in January. Hopefully I'll have 2 finishes in February. Who knows? Don't think so, but I can hope. So another project I worked on, or actually started and then continued working on through the month a little bit, was from this book, which I already showed you last time. It's a library copy, but still in very good condition. I got it for like £2 online, which is amazing considering which patterns are in here. I like most of them, if not all of them. I don't know if I would make all of them, but I like all of them. So I'm just looking for the one I'm making. Yeah. So this is for the Joan Elliott stitch along, which is already finished on Stitch Mania, but I started this project for it, which is Sleeping Beauty. And this is the original Sleeping Beauty. I know she has a second version of this too, which looks slightly different. Perhaps I'll make that one too someday, but this is the version I'm now making. And let me unwrap this. And this is how far I've gotten with her. So the blob of skin color is her hand with a rose, and then this is her body. Here starts her skirt. And this is pillar, and this is the curtain on the top. So yeah, I've been working kind of haphazardly, as in I pull a color, the nearest white spot, I pull that color, then I work the strand all over where I can work it, and I don't want to count too much. So for example, the brown, I still have a very long strand, but the brown pops up somewhere down here again. And instead of then just finishing it, I leave it there until I get to a point where I need the brown again. Then I'll finish this one stitch and then continue with the brown. It just saves me a little bit of time. And the one thing I find very, very annoying, but I've decided to get over with, is the pattern, the chart requires you to work on Aida. I picked 16 count Aida, but the book says 14. That doesn't really matter. But this one has fractional stitches, and I decided to just do them because, especially with the detail of the hand, it looks much better with the fractional stitches. But it's kind of a B, to be honest, with trying to get my needle through the middle of the Aida hole. But it's okay, there's not too much in, so I can pull through for these. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how far I'm gonna get on this month. I think I'm just gonna try to get to the top. I think it's up here somewhere that the border starts, so it might be nice if I can work my way all the way up. I have no illusions of finishing this year, but a quarter done would be nice. Perhaps. And I just, since I'm traveling all the time, I just pulled the colors I need for this from my floss box and put it in here in one of these plastic baggies, including the beads that I'm gonna need and some of the Kreinik. I need more than just these two Kreinik colors, but no, this is not true. I need 2 Kreinik colors for this piece, which is, let's pull them out. One is very fine number 4 braid in 102, which is Vatican Gold, which is very hard to see because it's so sparkly. It looks super silver on the screen, but in reality, yeah, this is a little bit better. It's a gold and silver combination. And the other one's very fine number 4 braid in 009, which is emerald green, which I really like. And I think for both I need either 2 or 3. I just decided to order one of each. I've never worked with Kreinik. I don't know how much I need, so let's see. And I don't think the color differences of the Kreinik will be too much that you notice that I buy different spools at different times. So this one's this, and then the other 2 projects I took here because I had 4, but I finished 1. Only other 3 projects, including the Sleeping Beauty that I'm working on this month. I told you probably, yes, in my last video that I had elaborate plans to start a lot of things in January and February. Of the things I said I would start in January, I only started 1. which was the Sleeping Beauty. The other 3 I've kitted up at home. I did not bring because I didn't want to bring 6 projects here right now, and also haven't been stitching as much as I thought. So I decided to skip all further starts until somewhere in March. So I'm just gonna focus on whatever I brought this time, and I don't know if I'm gonna be home and have access to my stitching stuff before March. So at least I try to get some work done on the ones I have with me now. So already finished one of them. Just trying to get to the top of Sleeping Beauty, like I said. And then the other 2 I have with me is has not been any progress on since I showed it to you last time, but this is Let's Be Wicked by Ursula Michael. This is just a black and gray printout of what the chart looks like. And then, let me see, I almost finished the top half of the pattern. So this is going pretty good. This is something I definitely see myself finishing, because this was only done in 2 or 3 hours. So I think if I just sit for this for a day, it's finished. And I like that these go so fast. The only thing I now realize is I'm gonna waste a lot of fabric on the sides, especially. Well, maybe I can cut it down a little when I decide where to put it in, or what I'm gonna finish it like, because it seems like kind of wasteful to use such a big piece. And sorry for the rustling, put everything back. The last piece I'm going to work on is also a project that I see myself finishing this month, because it is not far from being finished, and which is Cozy Cub by Dimensions Gold Petites Kit. And the reason I took this is because my mother's birthday is coming up on the 11th of March, and she was born in the year of the tiger. So it seems very nice to gift her this. And it's not too big, and I gotta say, like, I'm pretty far with this. All the lower part is finished, top part for the majority is finished, so I'm filling in these parts. Yes, it will still take me quite some time, because also this looks deceivingly little, but it will take me some time. But I definitely see myself pulling through on this one and finishing this. So maybe get this done first. But yeah, you know how it goes. Life and plans always differ from what you say they're going to be. So this is this. 3 projects I'm going to work on for the rest of the month. Maybe if I get home, I'll change it out on this month. I also have the Just Cross Stitch DVD. I just got that in. The Just Cross Stitch did collection DVDs, I think about 4 years ago now, and I bought the Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament collection, which has all the Christmas ornament magazines from 1997 till 2013. So perhaps if I have some Ada left over on the Let's Be Wicked one, I can use some of it for an ornament. And I think I have enough colors here to do something fun with. And also I might decide to go ahead and order some smaller kits if I see that it's going well for some new starts at the end of the month. But this is all loosely planned. So I hope to come back to you earlier, like halfway through the month maybe this time, so that you can see what I've been doing on these 3 projects, and perhaps if I have convinced myself that is necessary to start another project. So a very short one this time, not so much to show you, but I hope to have a lot to show you next time. And I hope you had a great good stitching weeks. I cannot believe that January is already finished. I want to finish so much this year, so I gotta go into a higher gear and plow through on some of these things. Would be nice. I still have around 25 whips, so with all the things I plan to start, I need to get some things finished. So fingers crossed that I have also to finishes in February. So I'm gonna stop rambling now. Short video. Hope you have good stitching weeks, and I'll hopefully see you in a week or two. Bye!